that benefited from the put option stock trading prior to 9/11, totaling over $18 billion of put option trades. That means somebody knew that certain buildings or corporations were going down, like American International Group, AIG. You heard that before. Citigroup, Bear Stearns. And then other ones like Lockheed Martin and Raytheon and Boeing, their stocks were going to go sky high. Well, they knew it because why? Because they were going to bring those buildings down, and they knew they were going to break it. In order for them, again, now to get into Pakistan, they had to blow the place up, destroy the Taliban, then put up their prop up a guy by the name of Karzai, who happened to be on what? Unicall. All right? So here he is. They prop him up. They make it look like it's legitimate. They got thousands of soldiers dying, including Canadian soldiers, dying, believing that they're chasing someone called Al-Qaeda. And they're not getting nobody. And the real weird thing about it is, hey, that boogeyman that we're looking for in Afghanistan, well, guess what? He's not even on the FBI's most wanted list for anything related to 9/11. Okay, excuse me while I interject. Well, why is Obama sending 34,000 troops to Afghanistan looking for those that perpetuated 9/11, Al-Qaeda?
Because he's a man of peace.
Really? I finally figured out what change it is that I can believe in. I can believe in the chump change that's left, the nickels and dimes that's left to us after they completely destroyed the U.S. Treasury. That's what I got. That's the only change I can see. Nickels and dimes. Chump change. Well, okay, so then we got Defense Minister O'Connor telling us here in Canada, well, the reason that we're in Afghanistan is because 25 of our nationals died there. Well, yeah, okay. So now Obama's telling us we're there because of 9/11. O'Connor's telling us we're there because of 9/11. And you know what? Have you asked yourself, why? Why? When we talk about 9/11, we want to know the real facts behind 9/11. How come there's only a handful of people who want to talk about it? You start talking about that to the peace movement, and I'm not talking about in general, but to people that run the peace movement or people that run the anti-war movement, you start saying that, they call you a kook. They call you anti-Semitic. I call them Holocaust deniers. The ones that run these organizations, not the people. Because the people know better. It's the people we got to pull in. It's those that are selling out to keep war as a business because they get big budgets in order to run their organizations. And they're basically told, you can talk about torture, you can talk about murder, but don't you dare go to who was behind 9/11. All right, so I'm saying 33 corporations. I identified Maurice Hank Greenberg from AIG as one of the people prominently behind 9/11. Larry Silverstein, along with the Blackstone Group. Blackstone Group was a big insurance company, a big umbrella. They had $111 million put up with Larry Silverstein, $16 million to buy the lease for the Twin Towers with the terrorist clause 6 weeks before it went down. Oh, good. Well, we just made, how many billions did we make off of that one? By Michael McCoskey, who was a judge that oversaw that lawsuit. And Michael McCoskey, Dick Cheney, and Rudy Giuliani right now are screaming like, oh no, let's not hold that trial of Khalid Sheikh Mohammed in New York. Why would we do that? You know why? Because they're all implicated in bringing those towers down. And certainly I'll implicate them. And look, hold on 1 second here. All right, there's 2 pieces of evidence here. I want to submit to you the human jury. All right. I'm going to read something here. As a matter of fact, I need somebody to read. Who's a good reader? Get up here. Come up. I'm starting to lose my voice. This is participatory democracy. Right? Come on, let's hear it for participatory democracy. Yeah, we believe in that, I do. All right. This is Aaron Russo, filmmaker, who tells about a conversation he had with Nicholas Rockefeller. And then the second person is a guy by the name of Richard Andrew Grove, who was the one who affected the Silverstream, the Promise software that allowed the money to be transferred from the put option stocks out of the Twin Towers, sent over to the pump and dump banks, offshore accounts in Israel. 1, 2. This is prima facie evidence. Go ahead, my sister. Go ahead.
All right. 11 months before 9/11, filmmaker Aaron Russo had following exchange with Nicholas Rockefeller. Quote, this is Aaron Russo. I got a call one day from an attorney woman I knew, and she said, would you like to meet one of the Rockefellers? I said, sure, I'd love to. And we became friends. And he began to divulge a lot of things to me. So he said to me one night, quote, there's going to be an event, Aaron, and out of that event, you're going to see we're going to go into Afghanistan so we can run pipelines out of the Caspian. We're going to go into Iraq and take the oil and establish a base in the Middle East, and we're going to go into Venezuela and get rid of Chavez. The first two they've accomplished. Chavez they didn't accomplish. And he said, you're going to see guys going into caves looking for people that they're never going to find. He was laughing about the fact that you have this war on terror. There's no real enemy. He's talking about how by having this war on terror, you can never win it because it's an eternal war, and so you can always keep taking people's liberties away. I said, how are you going to convince the people this war is real? And he said, the media. The media can convince everybody it's real. You can keep talking about things, you keep saying things over and over and over again, and eventually people believe it. You know you created the Federal Reserve in 1913 through lies. You create 9/11, which is another lie. Through 9/11, you fight a war on terror, and now all of a sudden you go into Iraq, which was another lie, and now they're going to do Iran. And it's all one thing leading to another, leading to another, leading to another. And I said, and this is Aaron again, Aaron Russo saying, and I said, why are you doing this for? What's the point of this thing? You have all the money in the world you ever want, you have all the power, you're hurting people, it's not a good thing. And he would say, what do you care about the people for? Take care of yourself, take care of your family. And then I said to him, what are the ultimate goals here? He said, the ultimate goal is to get everybody in this world chipped with an RFID chip and have all the money to be on those chips and everything on those chips. And if anybody wants to protest what we do or violate what we want, we just turn off their chip. Russo was friends with Nicholas Rockefeller of the infamous Rockefeller business and banking dynasty. Russo eventually ended his close friendship with Nicholas after becoming appalled by the Rockefellers and their ambitions.
And was dead months after that.
And
Bam, they killed him. Now, this guy's still alive right here. Testimony of Richard Andrew Grove.
Testimony of Richard Grove, January 9th, 2009. Richard Grove used to work for Silverstream Software on the 98th floor of World Trade Center 1 and exposed insider trading between a few companies also based in the World Trade Center. Marsh McLennan, AIG, and Silverstream. He broke down the information into an audio recording back in 2006 that he called Project Constellation, after the style of visual works by suicided artist Mark Lombardi. Thought this worth sharing for those who may not have heard it yet. Here's a little of the transcript of the audio recording, quote, in 2000, I worked for a software development entity called Silverstream Software. I worked in sales. And in October of that year, I won the largest client in company history, which soon thereafter led to the acquisition of Silverstream by Novell. Am I pronouncing that right?
That's right.